Tasty teacup. Do you know, there's something beyond this teacup about tea. Let's see the story behind this teacup.
Tea is the most popular aromatic beverage in the world. The history of tea is long and complex, spreading across the multiple cultures over the spans of thousands of years. Since 17th century, drinking tea became popular. There are a large number of tea factories and estates all over the Sri Lanka. So many people fulfill their cost of living associated with the tea industry. As the agricultural substitutes, tea is the main source of income to our country. And also, as an industry, tourism gives the leading income to Sri Lanka. This unique cultivation will aim to open new path to tourism industry. It is tea tourism. Now we are going to observe the Heritage Tea Factory Hotel, which is carried out tea tourism in the royal way. It is the best 4-star hotel in Sri Lanka, which is convert all tea factories in the new tourist hotel. When you reach to this greatest hotel, they will welcome you in the greatest and unforgettable way. They will keep sandalwood tilaka for your forehead and they serve organic mouthfresh to you to warm up you. It is the form of cardamom and the sugar candy. Then they serve the warm cup of spicy tea with its recipe to liven up the things after the long journey. After having the tasty cup of tea, you can move into the historical values and historical objectives of this tea factory hotel. Then you can move to the sales shop of this tea factory hotel. In here you can buy any kind of tea which are produced in here itself. And then you can move to the tea bar of this tea factory hotel. In here you can buy over the 35 kinds of tea as well as tea cocktails. Do you know? This is a wonderful, amazing and new experience for you. You can wear the traditional saris of the tea pluckers with the plucking baskets. Then you are look like a real tea plucker. What about this experience? You can go to the tea estate as the tea plucker and you have to pluck the tea leaves after selecting carefully. Then this may be the first and last opportunity to you for become a tea plucker during your lifetime. What a beautiful experience. Then wither the plucked tea leaves before using for manufacturing process. Next step is rolling. Give the twisted appearance to the plucked tea leaves. What is the next experience for you? It is the grading of made tea by using machineries. This is the final outcomes from the process, made cup of tea.
I'm with the Executive General Manager, Mr. Roshan Lal Pereira at Heritage Tea Factory Hotel. Can you tell us something about this history of this Heritage Tea Factory?
Yeah, this is actually a factory which has been started in 1936. This building has been there since 1936. And in somewhere in 1972, this was just abandoned. It was made to be a silent factory, right? It didn't operate after 72. From 72 till 1995, this was a silent factory, and after that, one of our former chairmen, who is known as Mr. G.C. Vikram Singh, decided to convert this to a hotel. So since they started building it in somewhere in 1995, and 1996 they opened it as a 4-star tourist hotel with 57 rooms.
Sir, what are you doing to promote tea tourism here?
Well, for tea tourism, now this is one of the first establishments to have started tea tourism. before 1996 there was no tea tourism at all in Sri Lanka. So with this birth of this hotel, that tea tourism was known as a, something, as a product from Sri Lanka. So what we have done is, we will realize that a lot of people in the world globally, being a natural, tea is a natural beverage which is produced, processed naturally. So, and with, a lot of people are concerned about health. So due to that, now gradually people are from artificial beverages and alcoholic beverages, they are gradually getting used to natural beverages like tea. So, tea is so strong, like especially in Britain, and now gradually it's getting into Russia and a lot of countries around the world. So with tea, with the combination of tourism, now we have been able to promote tea and tourism, the two T's. So we are one of the key people who have started tea tourism. From us, there are a lot of people who have taken up. Right? So a factory which has been converted, an old factory which has been converted to 50, now we have 54 rooms. It is a unique thing. If you ask any of our clients, they will say this is one of the most unique properties in the world. So this is how we have promoted our company, having converted an old factory which had been started by the British Raj to a initially a 57-room hotel. It itself has promoted Sri Lanka and tea. We are surrounded 25 acres of tea. And we still produce, we have miniature factory which we still produce our own tea. And if you take our food, everything is with tea. Right? Even our plates are garnished with tea. If you order dessert even, that will be with 2 leaves and a bun. So this is how we have promoted, and we have, at present we are doing 85% occupancy, which no other hotel is doing in Sri Lanka. So you can imagine how tea and tourism goes together. Okay. So I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, actually. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did you select this Heritage Tea Factory Hotel among many of other hotels? There are many of other hotels in Sri Lanka, and among those hotels, why did you select this Heritage Tea Factory Hotel to visit?
We are doing a tour of Sri Lanka, and we stay here for 2 days between the tea plantations. And we saw this on the internet, this factory, old factory. It's really beautiful, and I like tea. I drink a lot of tea. So yeah, we thought if you go to Sri Lanka, we have to stay here. It's a nice place. So that's why actually, and what a beautiful.
Yeah, what me interested most, this building is built up from an old tea factory, and you see still a lot of the old machines and old ways they were working, and it's still left in the building. It's beautiful to see. I'm more technical interested in.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful.
What do you think about tea tourism
Tea tourism.
in Sri Lanka? In here?
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity to use. I must say in Holland it's not very known. Sri Lanka for the tea, it's more for the weather. It's winter time, but the tea is also a very good product to use to attract more people to Sri Lanka.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is only one place for Sri Lankan tea tourism, but there are many others too. Join with us to visit one of them. Charming mountains with a nice plantation and a comfortable weather condition. Can you guess where I am? It's Lipton Seat.
ගොඩාක් හොඳයි. හිතවතින් හදවතින් කතා කරන්න ඕන මිනිස්සෙක් එක්ක. ඒත් එක්කම භාෂාවල් 13ක් විතර මටත් පුළුවන් කතා කරන්න. ඒත් එක්කම සාමාන්‍ය චෙක් රජයේද फ्रांसද ජර්මනිද ඩච්ද ස්පැනිෂ්ද කොරියන්ද ජපානීස්ද ඊටත් සේරම සිංහලෙන් දෙමළෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ඒ කටියත් එක්ක සාමාන්‍ය ඉතින් චෙක් රජයෙන් ආවනම් බිස්නස් එකයිද කියලා කියන එක හේතුව මේකයි. So, where you are from, sir?
We are from
Czech Republic. And I can regular Danny. Oh, with I to sir, Dobrano, Yaximas. There's a data say Chalak Chai half come, Damasan Chalak Chai can Arthatin time with a business of Valanda Pulo. Oh, that.
ඉතින් ඔයා මොකද හිතන්නේ මෙතන තව වැඩි දියුණු කරන්න
definitely අනිවාර්ය වැඩි දියුණු වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා මම හිතන්නේ දැනටමත් ඉතින් මීට 2012 දී පාරවල් වල ඒ පාරවල් වල එන්න බෑ කිසිම වාහනයක් එන්නේ නැහැ එන්නත් බෑ දැනට ඒ මට්ටමේ කියන්නේ අපේ සංචාරක අමාත්‍යාංශයේ මට්ටමින් අපි ගුව පළාත් සභාවේ මට්ටමින් ගොඩාක්ම උදව් කරගෙන තමයි යන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මෙතන වතුරු පාස් එකයි මදි ඒ ටොයිලට් පාස් ගන්න තාමත් නැහැ ඒ ඩිංගිත් හදින්නේ අනිවාර්යෙන් එන ලේඩිස්ලා ලවා කොන්නස්ලා පවා ඉල්ලන්නේ ආහන ඒක තමයි පළවෙනි එක ඒ ඩිංගිත් හැදෙන්න ඕනේ පළවෙනි දේ ඒ ඩිංගිත් හැදෙන්න ඕනේ ඒකට තවත් මිනිස්සු වැඩි වෙනවා තවත් බිස්නස් එක මට වැඩි දියුණු කරගන්න පුළුවන්
එතකොට එන කට්ටිය මොකද තේ එකක් රස විඳිනවද මොනවද වැඩි කරපන්නේ
අපි ගාව තියෙන පැටිස්ද සර්විස්ද රොටි හැමදේම ඒගොල්ලෝ වෙනින්ම තමයි මෙතනත් බකින්දි රොටි හතරක් තිබ්බා රට සම්මුලික තිබ්බා රොටි හතර දැන් මදි ඒගොල්ලෝ තවත් රොටි හතර දාලා දෙන්න අනේ මන් කියලා ඉල්ලලා කන කට්ටිය තමයි දැන් ගොඩාක් මෙතෙන්ට එන කට්ටිය ඉන්නේ
ගොඩක් ස්තුතියි
ස්තුතියි ඔබට
Why did you select this Lipton tea to visit?
Well, I tried to find this place 20 years ago when I last lived in Sri Lanka, and I came back again as a tourist. And the first time we were staying in Kaputale, and unbelievable scenery, and the sheer scenic beauty was amazing. So we loved the tea estates and everything else. So we wanted to come back here and visit. But at that time, 20 years ago, we drove around trying to find Lipton Tea. Never found it. At that time, they didn't have signs or anything, and it's a very narrow road, and there's many branches. So just delighted that we found it this time.
And what do you think about Sri Lankan tea tourism?
Well, I mean, it's got to be among the most scenic kind of environment, man-made environment, but God's beauty is also here. It's so green, and so the steep mountains and fresh air. So and then the history of it is interesting too. We stopped at the tea factory, Thomas Lipton's tea factory down the hill there, and so I mean it's a fascinating area to visit. Not always easy to get up to the top of the mountain on the roads and everything else, but
Yes, actually.
But it's a great thrill once you get there.
And what are your suggestions about the industry, this tea tourism industry? What we should improve, and what is your suggestion?
Well, it's definitely for the world, really best in the world scenery here. I'm not sure there's got to be ways of explaining that better or something. I'm not sure if there's websites that could explain it better to people, and there's a lot more rest houses and hotels than there used to be, so I think that's continuing to expand. I think there's enough rooms for the number of people that are here now, and a variety of rooms and so on, so I'm not sure how to promote more tourism here. I mean, it's wonderful to be at peace. When I last lived in Sri Lanka, it was a country at war, so peacetime people hear the word that it's safe to come here, and I'm sure the tourism will expand without a whole lot of effort. I mean, just with market forces, people are looking for experiences and to something that's really memorable, and this is a very memorable place to visit.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Can you tell us why did you select this place to visit?
Yes, because I'm from Taiwan, and I came to Happy Town because I read about someone's blog. He's also from Taiwan and he used to visit here, and he said this is a good place. And second reason is I'm a tea lover, and one of the reasons I can visit Sri Lanka is to visit the tea garden and to know more about the tea industry here.
Okay. And what do you think? What are your suggestions to improve Sri Lankan tea industry?
I've been to the tea museum near Kandy, and also today here in the Lipton seat. I think you do a very good job in preserving the tea industry. But for me, I would like to know more about the history and also the current situation of the tea workers. I think if you can put more details or information for tourists, okay, I think it's better.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
With our documentary, we suggest to talk not only about the places where tea tourism already exists, but also the places where tea tourism can be done. Lipton Seat is one of the attractive observation points when considering the tea tourism in Sri Lanka. The place gets this name after the famous tea planter Sir Thomas Lipton used this place to survey the surrounding region of his tea plantations. From the Lipton's view, you can entertain and have an outstanding view of Uva, Sabaragamu, Central and Eastern Province, including 7 districts.